So the Handsome Collection is out, and there's just so much content in it that I can't really cover it all. So I'm going to go over things pretty briefly. For those who don't know what this is Borderlands 2 and Borderlands PreSequel for next-gen consoles. Not for PC because they already have the high resolutions. Really, that's only the big difference between this and the older generation consoles is the higher resolution and all the DLC, which is a good deal. So if you've already seen a review on Borderlands 2 or Borderlands the PreSequel, then you already know what you're getting into. But spoilers, this bundle is pretty great. Alright, so first the graphics, and thankfully this time both the PS4 and Xbox One are running at 1080p, 60 frames per second, so no one's complaining anymore. That said, this is the pre-sequel right now, and I actually noticed some weird things, like when you turn the screen really fast, like I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, but there's like this weird, like if you see the top of the screen right there, it gets a little weird like that. I wouldn't call it choppy, I don't even know what to call it, but really other than that, it's not a big deal. It doesn't do anything to the frame rate. Everything's fine. I'm really glad that no one made a big deal of the graphics this time. There was no 900p or 720p, 30 frames per second. It doesn't matter. That doesn't fucking matter because this game is great anyways. But yeah, I don't think the weird screen thing is on Borderlands 2. I don't know if I'm getting a headache from this, but yeah, it's a weird looking. But these games look really, really good. Like, just it's weird because it's cell shaded, so I'm not really sure even can graphics get better. Well, good answer is yes they can, which is great. All right, so in each of the games, Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, with the DLC in it, there are 6 playable characters, which is a shit ton because they start out with 4, and through DLC they added 2 more. Every character has a unique action skill, and for each skill, there's you can see the tree right here. There's these 3 trees, and I'm not gonna go through all of them because first of all, I would have to start every character, and I am just a lonely reviewer. But to summarize them, there's an offensive branch, this is I would call this an all-around branch, and then there's the supportive branch for playing with other people. All the classes are really different from each other. Like, you know, the Commando has a turret. The Siren has the crazy abilities, and Claptrap has, you know, I don't even know what the fuck to call it, the program he runs. Gunzerking, the Axe. Gage has a Death Trap, which is like a fucking crazy robot thing. Pre-sequel stuff it's pretty different. There's a person with a shield, which is cool, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but each of them will have these branches, and each of them are pretty supportive or all around or offensive. There's also a lot of guns in here. Right now, this is Borderlands 2. I just started this because I didn't get a chance to go through it again. But yeah, there's lots and lots and lots of guns. If you see the trailers, they say like 8.787 gazillion guns or something shit like that. And now with 2 games, I don't do math. What's gazillion times 2? I don't fucking know. But there's different elements. There's the fire, and it's incendiary. I said it. I fucking did it. Incendiary. Slag for Borderlands 2. Corrosive, explosive, and electric. And then there's a few differences between this and the pre-sequel. The pre-sequel is pretty similar because it's the same engine and everything. The pre-sequel has an extra weapon type. There's lasers in it, which is pretty cool. There's also cryo element too, freezes people, but really otherwise they're pretty much exactly the same. Each of them also support 4-player co-op online, and local 2-player co-op, I'm pretty sure. And it's called matchmaking, but I'm pretty sure you can't play with random people, which would be kind of weird, I guess, but I don't know. It would be nice to have. I'm gonna fucking die, aren't I? Oh. Yeah, and that's really the ideal way to play these games with someone else. It's kind of lonely sometimes when you don't have friends to play with. But because there's supportive branch that really supports the 4-player co-op, being able to like heal your team or something or revive. There's like specific what is it, perks, I don't know, in the skill tree that, you know, rely on you reviving someone or getting revived by someone. But that, you know, you could still play this game alone. Like, no one's gonna stop you from doing that. That's what I do because I don't have friends. Alright, so first we're going to go over Borderlands 2 pretty quick. This came out in 2012. Um, and yeah, there was a lot of hype for it. From what I can remember, there was a lot of hype. And my friends and I played it almost nonstop. I beat it a lot of times, so it's why you see me in the intro section here. Because I felt okay reviewing a game that I've beaten a shit ton of times. Just not all the DLC, clearly. But yeah, I beat it a lot with a lot of the characters. The Commando is my favorite because I kind of like turrets doing stuff for me, and it's not. This shouldn't be spoiling. One of the final things is you can get 2 turrets out, and they can have rockets, and it just shit gets crazy sometimes. But the other classes are definitely worth trying out. Of course, because that's replayability. And compared to the first Borderlands, it was a huge, huge overhaul. It really stepped up everything. You can see right now, you can see all this ice. It looks, it's ice, right? But compared to the first Borderlands, like Borderlands implies desert pretty much. And yeah, the first game was basically all desert with some like not even water thrown in. And like I said, Borderlands 2 really, really overhauled everything. They added so many locations. Color was a huge thing. It's funny because I got this game, I was like, wow, look at this. It's the color blue. But with the huge stepping up everything, all the gameplay, the guns, everything, it became one of my my favorite games really of recent memory. Oh shit. That's why I beat the game so many fucking times. Alright, so next I'm going to talk about the pre-sequel pretty quick. It came out 2014, actually, yeah, fall 2014. I didn't get a chance to play it because I was kind of like moving on from my 360. I did really want to play it, but I was like, I don't know if I want to hook everything back up just to play one game. And I was counting on it coming to next gen, and thankfully it did. It's a lot more story driven. I mean, like that said, there's more cutscenes in it than Borderlands 2, and I'm pretty sure I think 2K Australia did that so that they would they could play it safe without having to create an entirely new story and make sure people really care about it. They stick to what they know what they know people will care about. So it takes place on the moon of Pandora. Pandora is the planet. Can you see it here? Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Hold on, wait. That's it. That's Pandora. We are on the moon. It's called Elpis. It's on the moon and partly in the Hyperion thingy. I don't know. Space station? Pretty sure it's called. So since it's on the moon, you heard me say there's a lot of variety in Borderlands 2. The pre-sequel, from what I've seen, is very space feeling because it's in space, which is not a bad thing, but it's definitely not a lot of variety like Borderlands 2. So, and again with the space thing, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but there's a little bit of different gameplay in the pre-sequel. There's like I said, there's the lasers. Lasers, pretty cool. I do like them. There's hovering, so you can you have an oxygen pack, and then if you see these little cracks right here, you can go refill your oxygen. Refill it. I'm Claptrap, so Claptrap's a robot. He doesn't breathe. But I recall that even if you are a person that does need air, I'm not sure your health goes down if you run out of oxygen. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But you can do the floating thing, and then okay, we'll go over here. The floating thing, it does come in handy sometimes, and there's like some platforming stuff that you have to do in I don't know, some places. So with this, you can do a slam, and it looks powerful, but these things are level like 3 and 4. I'm level 25 right now, but it does really help against big swarms of enemies, because what I noticed is that since you float a lot, since you float like this, you can control where you go, but sometimes you'll float into a big crowd of enemies, so it forces you to do to do the slam, which is cool. I also said there's a cryo element, which is it's cool. It's cool. I don't know. Borderlands has the other element called slag. It's a purple stuff thing. It's kind of gross. Oh shit. Oh. It's it's not a bad thing. that there's, it's different, and because, you can't just, you could repackage the same game, but that's kind of a dick move. So, 2K Australia was like, hey, we're going to do it. We can do it. And I'm glad they did make it, because it's different enough. When I say different enough, it's really different. It's a great, I accidentally went back to Borderlands 2, and I was trying to do the slam thing, and I was like, oh, wait, I can't do that here. Another thing, last thing, because 2K Australia made it, a lot of the side characters and stuff they have an Australian accent, which I thought was kind of funny. So some general things. It's called the Handsome Collection because Borderlands 2 and the prequel revolve around the character Handsome Jack. In Borderlands 2, he's like he's the main villain. In the prequel, they gave him a lot of backstory because you don't really learn about his backstory in Borderlands 2. So why is this important? Well, it's important because this bundle does not come with the first Borderlands game, which kind of sucks. But if you think about it, it would probably cost Gearbox and 2K a lot of money. But right, the first game was really good. And it kind of sucks it's not here. So I really recommend you go back and play it. You can get on PC. I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap on 360 and PS3 at this point. It's got to be like $20 for the Game of the Year edition. And the prequel actually references a lot of, or not a lot of, but some things that happen in it. If you don't play it, you won't be totally lost. So don't worry about that. It's just that it would be nice to know the little things that they talk about. Yeah, go away. And another really general thing, if you've already played these games and you're watching this, I don't know why you're watching this. If you already played these games, there's a cloud transfer thing. Oh, there's a cloud thing. There's like a save transfer. You can transfer it. You have to stay in console family, so 360 to Xbox One, PS3, and PS Vita to PS4. Not sure who got the PS Vita version. I was supposed to, but there's nothing on the PS Vita. Oh, sorry, got sidetracked. Which is good. I heard there was some sort of complaint with it. I don't know what the deal was with that. As far as I know, it transfers almost everything. Something, I think Claptrap's locker in Borderlands 2 doesn't transfer, so you have to take the stuff out of there. But otherwise, it transfers everything, so you don't have to lose all your progress that you made. And it's shit. And it's kind of funny because you heard me say that this is it's one of my favorite games. It really is. But I eventually sold it on 360 last year when I started college. I don't know when that was. Yeah, last year, fall 2013. 2013. Yeah, I sold it then. I wish I kind of wish I hadn't, but I got the Mechromancer. So Gage. I got her as free DLC, but there was a season pass, and there were so many DLCs that came out, and I felt like, man, I can't really afford all of that. So I sold it, but I kind of wish I hadn't, because I got really far on my Commando and Gage. And I think I started a Siren playthrough too, and the Gunzerker, and then Creed came out. I was like, damn, they're adding a bunch of characters to this. Same thing with the prequel. That thing's been out for just a couple months, and there's already 6 characters. It hasn't even been a full year since it's been out. But yeah. So like I said, you won't have to lose all your transfer, or you have to lose all your save data. You can transfer it, and it's pretty awesome that they did that. So no complaining. Okay, so we move on to the fun factor and replayability, which are the most important things I think when getting a game. I already told you I like Borderlands 2 a lot, and I'm trying to, I'm showing you prequel because we gotta give it a chance, right? And just play through the story once, which is what I did. But the prequel, it's great, it's good. The gameplay in it, it's really, really fun. The action skills, the everything, in the prequel, the hovering, the everything. There's the vehicle sections and all that. Co-op is, of course, the way to go. And if I had more friends online that were, had this in the first place, it's fun. That's how you play Borderlands. And not only that, the humor and dialogue, surprisingly, in a game where you don't think might have it or wouldn't think would have it, has humor and dialogue in it. Very expertly written. And there is so much content here. You could sink more than 50 hours in each character's playthrough, in each game. Like I told you, I'm not good at math, but let's see. That's 12 characters. 12 fucking characters. I mean, that's ridiculous, man. 12 characters. What's 12 times 50? What is that? Are you good at math? Do it. I don't fucking know. But that's a shit ton. That's a shit ton of characters. That's a shit ton of hours that you could sink to this game, of just shooting things. So with that said, you will be busy for a very long time, and that's where the replayability comes in. You can keep replaying for a new gun, or because you want to see what all the characters do, how their action skills work. You can respec your skill points to unlock new things in your skill tree. Let's say you picked one side of the tree and you want to do another side. The guns, there are legendary weapons in here that you can find, and they shouldn't be spoiling. One of the final DLCs for Borderlands 2 added in this huge, call it a raid boss? Can you call it a raid boss? I don't know. Huge boss, which was a reference, or it's related to something that from the first game. Oh shit. And shit. Speaking on the DLC, there's as of right now, as of me recording this review, there was DLC with a PreSequel that came out like last week, and it's in the Handsome collection, which I think is absolutely insane that you're paying $60 for every piece of DLC that's ever come out. Borderlands 2 did a lot of holiday themed DLC, so it might seem strange, getting it right now because there's like Valentine's Day DLC, and there was kind of somewhat of a Hunger Games reference DLC, which may be outdated in a year or two. But hey, it's there. What are you gonna do? So these things will keep you busy for a very, very long time. All right. So what is the final verdict of this game? Should you buy it? I can't even say this game. These two games, this bundle. Should you buy it? Yes, absolutely buy it. I could recommend it just off the content of just what you're getting. Based off the $60 for some $100 worth of content, that seems like a pretty good deal to me, and that's because it is a really good deal. And honestly, I could recommend it just because of that, but it's not just because of the content. It's because of the games themselves. They are good games. They are really fun games to play. You just make sure you have friends to play it with. And it's especially a good time to pick it up if you hadn't gotten it on last-gen consoles. Let's say you skipped over the PreSequel because you wanted to get it, or because you were expecting it to get on next-gen, like I was. That and the DLC. The DLC comes with it. So, it's just definitely such a good deal that I find it hard not to recommend someone buy it. You could wait a little bit and might go down in price, and there might be a sale on it soon, but I doubt it. So pick it up now and make sure you have friends to play it with. Yeah, buy it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.